Luis Torres is a numbers guy, majoring in accounting. He is easygoing, friendly, and pretty logical in his decision making. He is always concerned with what's to come and can't help but see the good in people. He likes to have things done right on the first time. He works full time while also pursuing an education and always finding himself having to focus on school early in the week. His goal is to finish his coursework early on in the week to leave ample time to make any corrections and assist in others in order to get the coursework done.
Melissa Garces is very outgoing and pursuing her bachelor's in accounting. She is a full-time mother to a 3-year-old and going to school full-time. Her goal is to try to finish all of her schoolwork early so she has time to edit anything if necessary. She would like to try to get the best grades possible.
Sean Denton is a very outgoing guy who's majoring in accounting. He is very friendly and is adaptable to any situation that is handed to him. He is always focused on the end goal and wants to ensure that everything gets done efficiently and with all effort when doing so. He hates to procrastinate and loves to have things done incredibly quick so he can see any problems on a project before any project is due. He likes to set and see clear goals and objectives when working on new assignments. That way he can plan on how exactly to execute that assignment.
Cameron Hoylman is a hardworking and passionate student pursuing their bachelor's degree in marketing. He is extremely passionate about coffee and the culture that surrounds it. He is striving to start his own coffee shop so he can share his passion with his community. He throws himself into his work and always puts his best effort into each thing he does. He works full-time at work and is full-time in school. His goal is to always help the team as best as possible and create a positive environment to get the best grades possible.
Hello, Management 3025. My name is Tyna Montgomery. I'm a very passionate and a hard-working student. I'm currently majoring in the finance department at the USF St. Pete campus. I enjoy learning new material and establishing relationships with my colleagues. My goal for this semester is to make sure I'm a strong asset for my team. I've taken the leadership role by giving our team a clear direction by making sure we stay organized and on task.
Raven O'Neill is a passionate student majoring in marketing. She is learning new management skills while working as the assistant manager of a local flight school. While working and going to school full-time, she is learning time management. She loves to always have a plan and believes that organization is key. Her goal is to have all assignments completed before the due date to ensure all mistakes are cleared before turning in any assignments or projects.
In Milestone 1, multiple stories were created individually with everyone's different personalities spilling into them. Once every story was completed, each of the stories were added to a Google Doc where everyone who is a part of the Magnificent Seven team was able to read over each one. The story with the most votes was the story that everyone would begin working on. In Milestone 2, we all discussed the plot of the story that we were looking to create. We then broke down each of the steps in creating the plot. We started by creating the characters' personas, then created the plot to each individual episode. We divided each task of creating the episodes and personas of the characters between each of the members of the group to create an equal workload for everyone. In Milestone 3, after the characters and episodes were created, we moved into creating a draft of our final milestone. We further developed our episodes, and we started to put all the information that we've created through the entire project into this one document. We evenly divided all of the work so that everyone could participate in the project. In Milestone 4, after reviewing the feedback from the booklet draft, we decided to convert to a slideshow. We developed a slideshow featuring new formatting, transferred all of the information, and had every team member contribute in order to achieve the best possible results. The story, Timmy's Accounting Firm, is about a young gentleman named Timmy Turner who is an expert at accounting. Timmy had become one of the biggest names in the accounting fields of his time, earning money incredibly fast. He was getting clients faster than anyone could see. Timmy was an amazing student where he graduated with a 4.0 GPA and got his CPA and CMA license at a very young age. He had great leadership skills where he displayed his expert power. Timmy had always been an effective leader. He was always able to influence a group or organization to perform successfully and meet their goals and objectives. Timmy had a specialized knowledge that many people did not have and was not readily available to many people since he spent so much time learning about accounting. It was not just Timmy's brains that got him the ability to get so many clients so quickly, but Timmy had a large interest in helping people. His position on helping people was from what his parents had always told him at a young age, the golden rule. Treat others how you would like to be treated. He wanted to treat people the best he could, so they could treat him in a very good manner as well. Timmy was incredibly friendly with the clients he had and had the ability to put himself in someone else's shoes to understand their feelings, situation, and motive. Timmy was great at showing empathy to his clients. Timmy could pinpoint what the issue was in his clients' lives and help them find ways to fix it. Timmy was always there for his clients when times weren't going at their best, so this is where Timmy started to show the golden rule in a different perspective. He would do his absolute best to help his clients, and this showed in his work, thus leaving his clients to compensate him more for all the hard work he had done. The key to this story is managerial ethics. There would be an ethical dilemma where Timmy would have to make a choice between two competing but arguably valid options. The main theme of the story is going to be ethical decision making and how ethics plays such a big role when it comes to working in the business field, especially the business field that deals with large sums of cash. Timmy uses a universal approach to his ethical decision making. This is choosing a course of action that he believes can apply to all people under all situations. Timmy was using the universal approach in his decision making when trying to find a way to help people cook the books when the time came necessary. Timmy never did focus on the consequences of an action or use a utilitarian approach when he was deciding what he should do. Timmy was a person who thought he could beat the system by the use of fraudulent accounting standards. Although Timmy has great social intelligence where he had the ability to read other people and their intentions, he hired the wrong person. When Timmy's firm started to get too busy for him to handle by himself, he had to hire a secretary named Wanda and another accountant named Cosmo. Cosmo started to find cookie trails that led to be Timmy's down point in the business.
Throughout this project, I have learned that it takes a lot of work, patience, and control, not only in oneself, but in the team. I have also learned that working on a team does make tasks much easier because they have a skill that you don't have, and then you can focus more on your strengths. I have learned time management because some people are able to work later at night, and this is something that I could do too. So sometimes I could stay up in order to communicate with those people working on the project instantly, and I could also focus on another project earlier in the day. This overall experience has been fun because it was challenging but very relatable to what we will experience in the real business world.
Looking back on this project, there are some things I wish I knew from the start, but I'm also glad I got the opportunity to learn. Working as a group is fun and gives us the opportunity to learn from each other. Working with other people I've never physically met is a big change for me. I'm used to working with the group in person. Our biggest challenge was to work with each other's schedules. Having almost everyone in the group need different days to work on the project and be available to speak was a struggle. Some advice I would give to future groups would be to establish everyone's schedules at the very beginning. Create a chart of when each group member will be available and refer back to it when needed. Although we all have different work schedules, we have luckily been able to work extremely hard and get our work done on time, even if we were cutting it a little too close. I believe that the use of Google Hangouts amongst our group was a tremendous help. I really liked that we could see when each person had worked on the project and what was added. This gave us a great advantage when we had been working all day and maybe missed a few things. We could actually go back and see if the last person had left off and continue.
This project has been a new experience for myself as well as my teammates. It was difficult in the beginning, but we have found our way and figured out how to work well as a team. Since all of my classes are online, I am very used to working by myself and not working with a team for class projects, so this experience has opened my eyes to something different and new. Using Google Docs and Sheets has been very helpful due to the accessibility for everyone to collaborate and edit the same document or PowerPoint. We have learned how to communicate efficiently as a team, as well as using Google Hangouts. It has been very helpful because it is a way of constant communication for the group. This group has been very supportive and helpful throughout this entire experience, which I am very grateful. When one team member has a tough time or their schedule is restricting them from being able to do a particular part, another team member steps up and helps to make sure that we are all in this together. Our schedules have been very difficult to work around, but we have managed to work together as a team and complete our assignments and tasks in a proper manner.
This project has been a challenging one as it required a true effort. At times it comes with some confusion and difficulty as you have to juggle multiple personalities who don't always have the best communication. This project teaches you how to present the lessons you've learned from the readings and how to apply them to real-world scenarios. It takes true dedication to make this project a success. My advice to future groups is to start early and develop a system that everybody can consistently contribute to. Assemble a schedule that can adhere to your group's members' availability as we all work and have other pressing issues revolving around our lives. Those who exemplify leadership, be sure to get the ball rolling early for your team. You will have members who aren't always sure how to start things off, but with some direction, they're more than capable of completing the task at hand. Also, don't be afraid to admit that you have no prior knowledge of collaboration tools the team uses. The team will assist you, make you feel comfortable so you can complete the assignment efficiently.
This project has become very challenging and rewarding to me at the same time. This project was rewarding to me because this was my first time working as a group project virtually. This project has become very rewarding after seeing your final presentation and becoming proud of all the hard work and dedication yourself and your teammate has established all semester. My biggest advice for this project was to get a head start. Set weekly objectives and follow-ups throughout the weeks. I would not suggest starting this group project later on in the week. I would suggest getting a head start on your project.
My individual reflections of this project are that it is something different than I have ever done before. It has opened up my eyes to a whole new way of working in a group. I have had very limited group experience in my previous classes or work experience. The experience that I had before were always face-to-face with group work and limited emailing between group members. This is the first time I have worked with people I have never met in person. The experience has been very intimidating, especially since we use applications I have no experience with. Fortunately, my other team members were able to help me understand what I had to do. My group experience has been very positive. I feel very fortunate that my group was so supportive and we were all able to make it work together without any major issues. We all knew what had to be done and were made aware of deadlines well in advance, which I think was very helpful. This is especially true since we all have different work schedules and had different times we were available to work with other members of the group. There were times that there were unexpected work that needed to be completed and there was always someone there to step up and help.